Hey everybody, welcome to the Heretic Yogi episode 7. Calling this one the Heresy of Hungry Men. We could go a lot of places with that, but we'll keep it narrow. So I've been listening to some podcasts by Richard Rohr, who is a Franciscan priest, monk, friar, something like that. He's in the Franciscan branch of Catholicism, and is sort of a mystical thinker. Kind of surprising that he hasn't been excommunicated, but he's hanging in there. But he promotes the idea that we have the wrong approach to thinking about concepts of sin and salvation. And those two words can mean all sorts of different things, so we won't get too much into that. But he says that we think that those concepts are individuals, so they apply to individuals, but in his worldview, he thinks they really can only be applied to groups, to all of us. So we're all heading in the right direction or the wrong direction, or both ways at the same time, which is more likely. So that got me to thinking about a story, a New Testament story. And when I tell Jesus stories in a lot of my classes, whenever possible, I don't even bring up the name Jesus because of all the baggage that's attached to that for a lot of people. I'll just talk about a wise teacher once said. But this is actual Jesus story. So the story goes that Jesus and all the guys are taking a rest from their work, and they are going to have dinner at Mary and Martha's house. And Martha is rushing around trying to get dinner ready and get the food on the table, while Mary is just sitting there listening to Jesus talk. Martha comes in and says, "Hey, make that worthless Mary get up and help me. It's hot in the kitchen." The story is Jesus, only one thing is needed right now, and Mary has chosen the right path and all that. So when people talk about this, I've heard plenty of sermons about it, it's always trying to figure out, well, what's going on with Martha? Why did Martha make the wrong choice? And then people say, but everybody did have to eat, so wasn't Martha making the right choice too? So it's that story is usually approached from a standpoint of individual sin and salvation, we'll call it. So what's going on with Martha? We get a different viewpoint if maybe we look at this as a total group process. So maybe the question is not, what should Martha have done or what should Mary have done? But why were all the hungry men sitting around waiting for Martha to cook them dinner? So maybe if they had all taken this situation as a collective endeavor, then everyone would have gotten dinner together and gotten it ready, sat down together to eat, and then said, "Hey, Jesus, teach us some of your good stuff." And I like to think that maybe at that point Jesus would have said, "Ain't got nothing to teach you. You've already learned it, apparently." Rather than having to tell Martha, at this point, this is all you can do. So I think it might be productive to think less about individuals doing right and wrong and looking at the collective and how we can all move in the right direction together. So have a great day. Peace.